put punches together. He likes the combination punches. He takes a hard right hand and he's staggered. Here comes Enriquez in to try to do some damage and follow up, and he does, but when
Isang umaatikawang bakbakan ang naganap sa Cotai Arena sa Venetian, Macao. Ito'y punong-puno na aksyon, hatid ng dalawang bansang binuhos ang lahat sa ibabaw ng lona para sa titulong WBA International Super-Flyweight Championship. Ito'y sa pagitan ng tinaguriang Blade ng Cagayan de Oro City, Misamis Oriental na si Micheal Enriquez. Kontra sa kauna-unahang professional boxer ng bansang Hong Kong at undefeated na si The Wonder Kid, Rex Cho. Ang laban ay hindi ordinaryo dahil hindi lamang ito para sa WBA International Super-Flyweight title. Ito rin ay isang ticket patungo sa mas mataas na pagkakataon dahil ang magwawagi sa labang ito ay lalaban para sa pandaigdigang titulo. Sa unang round pa lamang, ramdam na ang init ng sagupaan. Si Enriquez, bagamat hindi mas kilala sa international, ay umaatake ng buong tapang. Sa bawat suntok na kanyang binibitawan, kasabay ang buo niyang dangal at pangalan ng kanyang bayan. Hindi siya umatras, lumaban siya ng buong tapang, bakbakan, suntukan, walang atrasan.
looking to help build the sport, not only for himself, but to help. And a strong left hurts Enriquez. The first strong left that Cho managed to land. He wants to build the sport in Hong Kong, make it more popular, open the door for others. And he's coming out very strong here in round number one. And Enriquez had better get into it right now because he's being dominated here in the early second. Rex Cho dug a body punch, trying to overpower Enriquez.
Right out the gate, you can see why Top Rank was excited to sign Rexo. He has a very entertaining style.
Just announced this week here in Macau that Rex Cho had signed, and Cho takes a hard right hand from Enriquez. First good punch that Enriquez has been able to land. Enriquez out of the Philippines, 23 years old, a 3-year pro. Making his Macau debut against a guy who regularly fights in Macau. Rex Cho, that last fight that Cho had was an 8-round unanimous decision over Espino Sabu. We were here for that one. It was a good day. And Enriquez comes straight forward and lands a good left-right combination. Enriquez had a real rough first minute and a half, but he's done much better in those last 30 or 40 seconds. Takes a straight left there from Rex Cho. Pronounced Cho, we've been told, but spelled T-S-O.
Had quite a time this week with the pronunciations of the names, haven't we? trying to figure them all out.
We've had to check with a lot of fighters.
Absolutely.
Right hand to the body.
Pagkatak ng round number 2, mas lalong uminit ang bakbakan sa ibabaw ng lona. Si Enriquez, agresibo pa rin. Laban kung laban, hindi umatras ang blade ng Misamis Oriental.
Early action here in round 2.
I'll say Enriquez has come out loaded for bear. Bringing the fight to Rex Cho. He wants to pull off the upset if he can. Hard right by Enriquez. Enriquez, nicknamed the Blade, and he has come here not to fold up and roll over, I'll tell you that. Cho with a combination, Enriquez able to evade most of those punches.
He did a good job on that cut over his left eye in the corner there. Doesn't seem to be bleeding for a factor in this round so far. Good
combination from Rex Cho. Cho has a big height and reach advantage, not always using it though in this fight. He's putting himself into punching range. Of course, the advantage he has here in height and reach is not unusual. He's long-armed. As you can see, he has good hand speed, excellent combination puncher, loves to mix it up. The only pro boxer in Hong Kong. He says, I know I've got the whole city behind me and it makes me fight harder. And a lot of them are here tonight.
Pretty impressive with 12 fights. He's ranked in the top 10 in most of the organizations. Number 3 by the WBO, number 8 by the WBC and IBF. So making a name for himself early on in his career, and that's what boxing in China needs.
The voice of Christina Poncher joining me, Rich Murata. We're ringside at the Cotai Arena. Round number 2 of the scheduled 10-rounder. It's been a good one so far. And Enriquez really giving as good as he's been taking in this round. And he's fighting hard.
Bagamat paborito, ay hindi makakilos na maayos. Tila hindi niya inaasahang ganito katatag mga Pilipinong kalaban. Pasok ng round number 3. Eto na, posibleng turning point.
Have some technique and some logic maybe to be exciting. You know, he's been all business in there, and you saw that look on his face after the introductions where he was just steely-eyed. But this is a kid who outside the ring smiles easy, laughs easy, has an infectious personality, and is fun to be around. Good left hand from Cho. Excellent combination from Cho, and he's got Enriquez swinging wildly. Better work from Cho, more intelligent fighting out of him here in round 3. Lunging, though, with that left hand. Using the ring a little bit more now in this round is Rex Cho. Cho well-spoken, fun to be around as we mentioned, but he admits he says, I was a terrible student in school. And he goes, one of the things he's doing, he says, is he can be an inspiration to maybe those who are not well educated or don't do well at school, that they can still do something and do well in their lives. I don't think he's thinking about any of that right now because he's got a handful right in front of him. Michael the Blade Enriquez. Enriquez has already fought in this early portion of the year. It's already his second fight in 2015. He stopped the Michael Estrada. It only took him a minute and a half to do it in his last fight. Good ripping combination. And you saw that scorching right by Rex Cho.
The Philippines will be about 2.5 hours from here, Macau. So a lot of these fighters, when we have these big cards here, want to get in on the action.
I tell you, Enriquez has no problem in bringing the fight to Cho. It's fine with him. Hey, this kid wants to fight. And Cho answers back with a straight left hand. Good left hook by Enriquez.
Sa round number 4, tila bumawi si Enriquez. Pinipilit niyang ibalik ang kumpiyansa. Sunod-sunod ang mga pressure, body shots, uppercuts. Kaya naman, medyo napaatras ng konti si Rex Cho.
Put punches together. He likes the combination punch. He takes a hard right hand and he staggers.
Pero kumikilos pa rin ng matalino.
Here comes Enriquez in to try to do some damage and follow up, and he does. But when Enriquez goes down, he takes a hard left from Cho. It was the greatest moment of the fight for Enriquez.
7, 8.
And he got caught that hard left and went down.
Learning more about Rexo's chin tonight too, aren't we? My goodness.
Both of these fighters have been hit with a lot of clean punches. The legs giving what's on. Well, I'll tell you, I think this fight already screams for a rematch regardless of who wins. Cho pushing down on Enriquez. Not drawing a warning from the referee. Kapintasan for it. Rear jab from Cho in this round. Wild right. Legs again betraying Enriquez a little bit.
Step back, ready?
Those of you watching in the United States in the early morning hours, thank you for watching, and hopefully you're being rewarded with this terrific battle. That left just missed. Right uppercut from Cho, overhand right from Estrada. A left, he brings it up from the floor. Estrada staying right, got his head right on the shoulder of Cho. Staying within punching distance, and that seems most of the time to be all right with Rex.
Hey!
I believe they rang the bell. I don't think either fighter heard it. Good right hand to the body by Enriquez to start round 5. This one is scheduled for 10. Enriquez 23, but Cho, the highly touted prospect, is 27. Good right hands to the body by Cho, who really is one of those taller fighters, as we see, who not only is willing to be inside, but seems to enjoy being inside. That's a rarity among fighters his size, with the ranginess and the kinds of advantages that they get. They can be foolhardy at times, and may have been in a couple of occasions here tonight. For such a brawl inside, the fight actually has been fought cleanly between the two, except for that headbutt earlier in round 1. Triple to the body. Question is Cho doing Enriquez a favor by engaging him?
I mean, Rex has, what, a 5.5-inch reach advantage on this guy? He has even long arms for his division at super flyweight. You would never know watching this fight the way he's just standing there in the pocket. He needs to pop some. Right.
They can rough each other up inside. Good right to the body, ripped by Cho. Enriquez, a little bit awkward there.
Si Rex Cho, sinusubukang gamitin ang mga jabs, footwork, distansya. Si Enriquez naman, pinilit niyang pasukin si Rex Cho. Mahihirap ang laban, pero hindi bumibitaw ang Pinoy.
I knew you wouldn't disagree, Rich.
So we are in the 6th round. Let's see who can keep up this pace in the second half of the fight. In what would seem to be a war of attrition, although both seem to have plenty of energy left at this point.
Micheal working 4 corners tonight. Half of the fights, he's got his hands full, but he loves it.
Who wouldn't want to have him in the corner? Trainer, cut man, motivator, whatever.
Translator.
Good left hand by Enriquez. Cho again electing to stay close. Now pushing him into the corner. Let's see if he rips. Open a combination. Crowd encouraging him to do just that. He seems to have Enriquez where he wants him. Elbows him into the corner. Enriquez trying to fight his way out of there. Puts him in a headlock and does.
Box.
to the body by Cho. He just likes being inside. There's no doubt about it. He's enjoying the combat, wants to engage, but it's costing him at times, and he just again got caught with another shot and got caught with another left hook. If he was hoping for an easy fight in his first fight of his top-ranked contract tonight, that has not been the case. He is being tested by Micheal "Blade" Enriquez. Left hook and a ripping right by Enriquez. He's indefatigable. And despite numerous physical disadvantages here, again, it's providing Cho with some real competition here in this 6th round. Cho seems a little bit tired in this round. He's going to have to suck it up.
10 seconds.
Round 7. Nagsimula ulit ang bakbakan. Si Enriquez pinipilit talagang pasukin ng depensa ni Rex Cho. Pero si Rex Cho magaling talaga sa counter-punching.
It would seem that Cho would be better off at times putting some distance between the two, as he does right there. I keep telling him in the corner they want 2, 3, 4 punches at a time, but it's Enriquez who came up with the 4 punches there. Good right hand. Shutting off the exchange between the two, but Enriquez answers back. Fun fight for the fans, grueling fight for the fighters.
Enriquez is leaning forward each time, but Rex is staying right there.
Real war of attrition between these two. High energy fight. Low blow there by Enriquez, but Cho does not complain. Enriquez tried to pull a trick on Cho there, tried to back off, pull a pivot, but Cho was able to get out of there. Talk about Rex Cho, and he's so highly regarded in this area. There was actually an article in Forbes about the business of building a boxing star, Rex Cho, in Hong Kong.
And you can see he already has a great deal of sponsorship. He has Nike as one of his sponsors, and he's got maybe 4 or 5 other there on his trunk. So it is definitely, there's a big business side to this, and Hong Kong is a huge business area. So if they can get, this kid to continue winning, and as Top Rank sees a lot of potential in him, I mean, why not? Why not a boxing star from Hong Kong?
That may be the case, but right now, his mind is not on the future, it is on the present. And you better live in the moment, because you've got a tough opponent, one who refuses to give up here tonight, no matter what he's been hit with, even though he's been cut and knocked down, and he took that hard left and had to give ground there. Cho again pot-shotting him. Combination of the body by Enriquez. Now Cho answers back with a couple of right hands to the body himself. Here comes Enriquez and the bell.
Sa round number 8, kahit medyo mahirap ang timing, lumalaban pa rin. Hindi siya bumibitaw kahit nakakaramdam na ng bigat sa bawat round.
Half a minute into round 8, and it's been perhaps or sparring a little, I guess you could say, here at the start of round 8. Cho would seemingly be out in front. But he's had plenty of trouble from Enriquez, and he's probably been hit with more clean punches in this fight than all the rest of his fights combined. Well, the last fight we mentioned against Sabu here in Macau for Rex was a tough fight. Sabu gave a good account of himself. And that was a hard fight, and I think this one's even harder. had my doubts in the round one whether Enriquez would last very long with Joe. And whatever Rex Cho does, Enriquez is still right in front of him and still punching back. They really come to life. Enriquez getting some work to the body done in this round. And now again, they're going shoulder to shoulder, head to head. Look at this, they've each got their heads in the other guy's shoulder. This is a hard fight, and 8 rounds have been completed.
Sa round number 9, halatang malapit na sa dulo. Si Enriquez, sugatan na, pero nananatiling agresibo. Si Rex Cho, pinabasa ang laban, pinipili ang kanyang mga suntok.
He's got him. Round 9. Last 6 minutes for these two. Still coming forward. Cho trying to, he maybe should have been thinking about that in about round 2.
I think I chuckled a little bit after you said that because it's like, okay, in round 9 you realize. We'll see. I feel like he's just going to get drawn back in. He's just got that mentality to want to get in there and scrap and entertain. But it'd be to his advantage to be smart these last 2 rounds, and if it goes 2 rounds and box.
Getting to know these fighters, and I'm sure you have some, at least in the work of the weigh-in, you see them around the press conferences. They're all very friendly, invariably friendly with the fans, the media here.
Oh, they really are, and they really want to learn English too. I mean, I think that every time I'm here, I prefer them to do the interviews with their translator, with their interpreter, excuse me, because they can fully express themselves, but they want to work on their English so much that they want to use the words that they know. And it's encouraging because even this Rexo, he's got the sponsorships and all that because he does not only have the skills in the ring, but he does have that charisma, and his smile does light up a room, and he really knows how to sell it. And these are the kind of faces and the representatives that boxing needs if it's going to succeed here in China.
Who can get the advantage right here? Finally, Cho just gets him in a headlock and gets out of there. Enriquez working to the body. Both men still working hard here in round 9. Without some of the effectiveness, but Enriquez still pushing forward. They're still each trying to almost push each other.
Sa round number 10, para sa huling round, tumayo na ang lahat sa buong arena dahil sa sobrang tuwa sa ipinakitang laban ng dalawang mandirigma. Si Enriquez, sunod-sunod ang suntok, parang gusto pa ring agawin ng panalo.
Good combination by Cho, and now Enriquez tries to answer back but is wild. Caught it since the opening bell. High volume of punches in this fight. They're busy. Hard right hand by Enriquez.
surely a live dog in this fight, Rich. And I mean, if he thinks it's anywhere close, he's going in for the kill.
They had a chant going up here for the Wonder Kid from Hong Kong, but Enriquez silenced him real quick. Another strong combination, and he's finishing the stronger of the two.
Yeah, anyone who thought he was in there to just be an opponent surely learned the heart and the determination of Micheal Enriquez tonight. I have a feeling we'll see him again.
Next show getting an acid test tonight from an energetic rock'em sock'em robot and Micheal Enriquez. Look at little Enriquez go, and Cho trying to find the answer. Finds it partially with that right hand to the body. Cho always says he wants to bring excitement to the ring. Sometimes it takes two to tangle, and we've had two tangling here tonight. Crowd into it. Final seconds. Cho unleashes a flurry. Has Enriquez up against the rope. Crowd letting him hear it. Final round.
Mga mata ng madla ay hindi makabitaw. Si Enriquez, duguan, hindi sumuko.
96 and 93, all three in favor of the winner by way of unanimous decision. And now, WBA International Super-Flyweight Champion from Hong Kong.
At sa huli, wagi si Rex Cho sa pamamagitan ng unanimous decision. Ngunit ang tunay na kwento ng gabi ay hindi lang ang panalo. Si Micheal Enriquez, kahit natalo sa puntos, ay nagwagi sa puso ng mga manonood. Tinawag ang laban Fight of the Year candidate, at kahit di niya na uuwi ang titulo, naiuwi naman niya ang respeto ng buong boxing world.